Hi, this is Dr. Cooper, and this is a podcast or screencast for the ENH295 Banned Books and Censorship course. All right, so today's podcast is actually a screencast, and I want to cover one of the presentation tools that you can use for your group projects that you are working on. But before we get to that, let me just give you a quick update where we are. You are continuing your discussion with your groups. Now you can discuss either in the group for discussion link that's available for you. There's 91 comments already in there. Or you can go to the sites that I have set up for you on Ethernet or Etherpad, TitanPad. You can see here I have the links to your sites here. So you need to be discussing either in here or these sites. So I did a quick check this morning, and I could see that most of you have moved your discussion over to your own private sites, which is a good idea. Okay, so back to week 8. This is our second week for the group projects. So this week, hopefully you have all made your decisions, and we are going to be moving on to reading the books that you have chosen. So for this week, you want to start reading your book, and we're going to go back to the normal type of journal post that we have been doing previously. So you're just going to do a textual analysis of what you've read so far in your book. So in this week, I would say that you need to get at least 3 to 5 chapters read out of the book that you chose. And then you're going to do a pretty standard journal post on that using, the literary terms handout, choosing a term. Since it's the beginning of the book, you might want to do the plot tool for your analysis, or not the tool, but the term for your analysis. Okay, so the lesson for this week is using Google Sites for your presentations. Now, most of you know that you have a school email account, and when you go to mymaricopa.edu and click on student email, you'll end up in the area where you can log in to your student email. So let's go there now. And when you get there, you'll log in with your MEID and password. Okay, so here you'll see your standard email. Now, what you don't see is up at the top, or what you see but you may not notice, is up at the top you have a calendar, you have documents, and you have sites. If you click on sites, you will see that you can create a new site, or if you have already used this, you will see the sites that you've already created. So you can see here that I've created a site called Freshman Comp GCC, and it's just a place where I can put information. I can create different pages and add different things to these different pages. Okay, so you can create as many new sites as you want, and you can just do that by clicking up here back to my sites and clicking on the Create New Site. Now, what's really neat about it is you can just name your site whatever it is that you want to name it. So if you're reading a book, you can give it the title of the book, and whatever the title of your site is becomes the URL. So this is the URL that people will go to access your site. Now, your site can be either public or private, and I'll show you how to make it private later, but for now we want to consider that your information that you're providing for this presentation is going to be public, because what's the point of creating it if no one is going to see it? Okay, so you can either use a blank template, or if you choose a template, it's easier to edit that template and make it look the way you want it to look. So I'm going to click on Browse Templates, and here you can see that there are some templates that people within Maricopa have created. You could click on the featured templates, and you can see that they're already decorated and so forth. So I like this template here, so if I just click it, I can preview it and see what it looks like. And here is my template. So this looks nice. I can see that I can add my own image here, and it gives me the temp, how to replace these images with your own. So if I want to use this template, it gives me built-in instructions on how to do things. These are the tabs for my different pages that I can use. If I wanted to add a discussion, which a lot of you will want to do, it's already built in. And all the things that are there are built in. If I don't want anything, I can delete it very easily. So if I choose to use this template, I just click Use This Template, and now I have my site created using that template, and I just go ahead and click Create Site. Now, choosing the theme is basically the same thing as choosing a template. So you already have a theme if you chose a template. And then the more options is I can categorize it, and here's where I can decide if I want to make it public. Now, when we say public, we only mean everybody within Maricopa. Okay, so if you say everybody within Maricopa, then only the people who have logged in with their MEIDs can see it. And then your second option is only people that I specify. So maybe while you're building it, only you and the people in your group can see it. And then of course down here means everybody in the whole world. So hopefully I'm hoping that you will choose this option later so that we can share your great information that you're providing with the rest of the world so they can learn as well. Okay, so you make the decision how you want for this site to be controlled. And then you click Create Site and you are set. Okay, so I have to name my site. Oops, I did that already. Okay, so I typed in another title in there again. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click Create Project, and now it is creating my site. Okay, so here you can see that I now have this lovely site with the title that I created. Some pages have already been created for me, and I basically have a lot of content. Now I have to decide which of this content do I want to keep and what do I want to delete. So here you can see that I can create new pages, or I can edit the current page that I'm looking at. So let's go ahead and click Edit. So here you can see that now I can edit this page. Anything that I type in is now my text. So that's pretty easy. So I can delete all of this text and add my own. I can also decide that if I don't want something, for instance, if I don't want this recent announcements, if I click on it, you can see that this pops up down below, and I can click Remove, and now that's gone. Okay, and I can add different things just by clicking Insert, and I can choose to add some things. So maybe I want to add a Picasso web slideshow or a presentation that I've created in Google Docs, okay, or a spreadsheet or AdSense. I don't know why you'd want to add an ad to your paper, or just maybe an image. I can add these things here. Okay, so anything that I click on, then it gives me information on how to either delete it or edit it. Okay, so on this particular image, I even have instructions. So let me go ahead and save this page now that I've deleted that information over here. So now you can see it's gone, but I want to know how to change this picture. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the link, and it gives me step-by-step instructions on how to change that image. Okay, so anything that you don't want, you can change just by clicking and adding, and then of course you edit the page by clicking Edit. Now let's say that one of you in the group creates this page and now you want to share it with the other group members. So you click on More Actions, and then what you want to do is share. So right down at the very bottom you click Share this site, and here you want them to be as collaborators or owners. So if they're part of the group, I'd want to make them owners as well. And then type in their email addresses. Now here's the kicker. You have to use your Maricopa EDU email addresses for this to work smoothly. So if you're not using your Maricopa, or you don't know, make sure that you get together before someone sets this up and then get their email addresses. So like for most of you, I can find your email addresses just by typing in your name. So if your name is Mary, that's not a very good example. All the Marys in Maricopa will show up. So you want to make sure that you know their first and last name so that you can get the right person. Because remember, there's 10 colleges. There might be 2 Marys, or 10 Mary Smiths, or 20 Mary Smiths. Okay, so and then again, it gives you the option to allow people to view the site, to edit the site, and so forth. I wouldn't want to make this public for anyone in Maricopa to edit it, because then people can come in and start messing with your stuff. Okay, so once you have added the people, click Invite them, and then they will have access to this site as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click Return to the site. And once again, we have these different pages that have already been created. So you can add the people on your team if you want to talk about who they are. But remember, you do not have to identify yourself on your group project, especially if you plan to make them public and you don't want your name and picture to be seen. You don't have to. I will know this is your project and I will give you credit for working on your project without you identifying yourself. Okay, so let's say that I want to delete a page. So I have these benchmark dates as a page, and when I get here I decide, oh, I really don't want this page. So what I want to do is click edit, and then I can delete the page. Oops, I said that wrong. What I mean is don't click edit, click more actions and then scroll down to where it says delete the page, and then I can delete that page. Do I really want to delete it? Sure. Now once you delete it, it's gone and it will no longer be there. Okay, so now the page is gone, but the link to the page is still there. So what I have to do, oh, look at there, we can recover the page now. So what I just said was absolutely incorrect. You can recover the page. But now that I have deleted the page and I really want it to be gone, I have to edit my sidebar. So if you scroll to the bottom of your sidebar, you can see that you can edit the sidebar. And now for my navigation, that's what this was, I click edit, and now where I have project updates, I can delete that page. Okay, so if I click delete, I will remove that one, and then click save or OK, and now save the site layout, and OK, oh, down here, sorry, save changes, and boom, it's saved. And now when I go back to the site, that link for that page is gone. So let's say I deleted that page, but now I want to add a page. So at the very top here, you can say create a page, and you can create a page from all of these different templates. So you can have an announcement page, just a straight web page, a file cabinet where you can add files if you want to create lists, and then of course a start page is similar to your start page. So if I just click web page and then type in the title of the page, and then do I want it to go under the home or do I want it to be top level? I just want it to be part of the rest of the site. So I'm going to go ahead and make it part of my under the home, and then click create a page. I can put it in a different location as well as I want if I want. So I'm going to go ahead and create the page, and now I have this test page. Now notice how the test page doesn't show up on my menu item, but it should show up under the home when I look under home. So I'm going to go to the edit sidebar again, and now I want to edit my navigation and I want to add the page. So I can click add the page and then choose under home that page. So click OK. There's the page now. OK. Save the changes, and now that page will pop up. Okay, so return to the site, and there's my test page that I created. Now the test page is pretty blank, so I would have to click edit page up here and then add some content to it. I can just add straight text if I want, or I can insert elements that I want. So what's kind of cool about this is that if you have video that you wanted to add and you uploaded your video to YouTube, you can just add it that way. Or there are also more gadgets that you can add to your page just by doing a search. Now I can't think of any reason why you'd want to add Pac-Man, but maybe you have a podcast that you want to add, and you can add an MP3 player and select and decide how big you want it to be, and then say OK, and now you have this MP3 player. If you click on the MP3 player, you will be able to click properties and then edit it again. Okay, so once you save the page, now your text and your gadget that you added will show up. Now not all the gadgets will work. Obviously this one is not working, so you have to be careful about what gadgets you use and make sure you pick ones that work. Okay, so that's it. This is Google Sites. You can create as many sites as you want. This is all part of your Maricopa free, mymaricopa.edu free email stuff. So if you have any questions, help is a wonderful place to get help. So if you just click the help menu here, type in the question that you want, or you can just go ahead and go ahead and do the getting started guide, going through the basics. Pretty much everything you need for help is here if you need it. Okay, so that's it for now. Good luck with your projects. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all come up with. And if you have any questions, let me know.